beautiful. I was thinking that's pretty, this is playing it safe, but I like, let me just put one on and one else. We have to accessorize, and then I got to brush my hair and come in. Hi, Susan from Delaware, Mary from Long Island. Ah, so good to see everyone, San Antonio. Linda from Canada. We're getting lots of Canadians, Washington. Wow. So interesting. Every week is so different. Hello from the Northeast. Adrian, nice to see you. Linda. Kelly from California. Connecticut. Diane from North Carolina. We are jumping all around tonight. This is so great. All right, so I wanted to bring a really beautiful color. Does it remind you of anything in the line that we just launched? I'm going to be working with a little floor, but tonight is going to be all about the glow and grace. No glitter, no sheen, no greasiness. We're going to talk about this and figure out how a mature woman can really fit into that, looking radiant, but not looking like super shiny or greasy. So that is the intention for tonight. Let's see where else everybody is coming in because it's only 8:01. Upper New York. Nice to see you. Rock's here. Karen, Mimi from Massachusetts. Carol from New York. Anne from New York. They all come in so fast, and I have my contact lens, but it's not that easy to see when it's a bright light, and then there's all these little tiny little text. South Carolina, Carmen, nice to see you. Caribs from Oregon. Janet from New Jersey. Denver, wonderful. Piper, Patricia, thanks for joining tonight. This is really fun. This is just like a little mid-week break to be able to talk about beauty, talk about technique, talk about how to really feel confident as a mature woman. And we're going to do a skin prep. But you know what? I was saying I was going to just brush my hair real quick. I have on it's like a little cuff earring that I got on Amazon. It's Swarovski. I'm not saying it right, but we know what we're talking about, the little crystals. So I liked it with the linen because I kind of up level. This is very safe. So let's do a little bling tonight since we're doing a radiance. You can see my hair has not moved and the clip is out. What is happening? I did spray it a lot at the studio yesterday when I was doing one of my Fierce Aging ladies. So this could be why. Don't be afraid. It's still live. That's a little hair sprayed back. And let's talk about the humidity here. This is called humidity. And it gets bigger and bigger and bigger by the day. When the summer, and it's so nice when it starts to, oh my gosh. Now, I'll show you two products. If you do have frizzy hair, I don't know if I showed you this last time, but this is Orbe's Anti-Humidity Mist. So this helps with this area here, right? You cannot look radiant and glowy when your hair is a frizz ball. I will put it back up again, but I just always spray this part. It's another reason why my hair probably has a lot of volume is that I've been spraying all kinds of things into my hair. Now, another thing that I pulled, Orbe has like this, I don't know if it's gold dust it's called. I wanted to get it the other day when I was at the salon and I forgot. But I have sparkling soda shine mist from Dry Bar. So this is really nice if you just want a really beautiful shine to the hair, but not greasy, not using an oil. Maybe you have thinner hair. It's a very fine mist. And let's see. Fine mist creates high gloss finish, calming frizz and flyaways without weighing down strands. It does not weigh down your hair. You can see it's very light and it's going to give you a nice, really, it almost feels like a dry oil, if you will, and it gives you a really nice sheen on your hair. So if you're putting your hair back, maybe doing like kind of a messy bun, but you want sheen, maybe you're doing a slick look. I really like that product because it's not heavy and doesn't weigh down your hair. So it's a good one. Hopefully they still sell it. Now I'll put this earring back on, put the hair, what? You know what? We probably don't even have, it's like we have an invisible clip. It's great. All right, so let's prep the skin. To get glowing, radiant skin, it really starts with your skin prep, how you take care of your skin. This is my Cornicare. I showed it to you. I have a video that went live on Monday, a little unusual, on YouTube. And I showed you I used this Cornicare. It's an eyelid wipe. I think it's nice. It's a little waffled, so sometimes it does I'm a little sensitive underneath my eye there. It will, you know, it stays red a little bit. Okay, fine. I'm just exfoliating. It's great. Now, this is a really great way to prep your eyelids if you have oily eyelids. Again, I've told you before, if you have oily eyelids and you put on any cream, even if you put on your eyeshadow, it's going to crease because you need to prep first and not have that oil sitting on your lid and then you're going over with a cream product. So it's a no-brainer. I like to just clean the eyes anyway. This is part of my whole dry eye routine. So I really have started this in the last year. So I put these on auto ship, very easy, nice and refreshing, I have to say. So now my eye area is definitely prepped, which is great. I would in the morning be using these bags are designer. I don't have them right in front of me, but they're my silicone pads that I always put on my eyes. That's a morning routine, really hydrating the under eye. Any eye serum or eye cream will work with them, which is great. So now I'm going to use my Dior Total. It's right here. It's a nice, beautiful, lightweight serum. I have to do lightweight in the summer. So I'm usually always grabbing serums and really, not putting on the heavy creams or anything like that. Also, if I'm going to be putting on an SPF and I want to just have it in a moisturizer, I would be using the Elemis Pro Collagen Marine Cream SPF 30 because it's a gel cream-like formula. It's very light, but you're getting your protection also. So that's one to think about. I didn't even announce we have a coupon code tonight. It is, I didn't write it down right here, but it should be fresh. Good thing I have my support team in my ear. Use it for 15% off for 24 hours. And we did make it for 24 hours after the show. So it'll go until this time tomorrow. So I wanted to make sure, I was just thinking about that code. I wanted to make sure I didn't see it pop up. So I want to make sure you have that option. If you see anything that you think will really benefit your skin, your, filling in any gaps that you have in your makeup bag. So we are almost finished prepping. So this is really nice. My skin feels good. It's not going to, I have to tell you, I've tried just because I wanted to experiment with putting makeup on without prepping my skin. It's not cute. It doesn't look good. It looks very dull. My skin doesn't look, it sits totally different. So it's really important that you prep your skin and you're really hydrating, because if you're putting anything over dry skin, it's going to look dry. It's going to grab. And it's one of those things like where you're like, oh, it's not that bad. And then you get to the foundation part and you see like the foundation's, it's almost like it just grabs in all the dry areas. It doesn't look good. So that's a big advice for me. I've seen it a lot with the women that would come into my studio, just thinking about your skincare. That's the first step for radiance. Let me put on, because my lips are dry. I can feel them like sticking together in a bad way, in like a dry, not comfortable way. So this is my rose lip balm. This is going to be really nice, not heavy, and it's going to be fragrance free. That's a big thing for me for your lips. For the rose lip balm, you can wear it, day or night, but it's really nice because it will hydrate and it's not too much and it doesn't feel goopy. So this is the first way that I'm getting to this radiance. No dry lips, because when you put your lipstick on and you see the little grabby, like almost like just like you have all this dry patches, the lipstick grabs to that too. So these are really, they seem like very simple little things, but I have to tell you, it's something that, I have to make sure that I'm always hydrating my lips and I'm not trying to skip steps, which I've tried to do. And I'm thinking, that looks so bad. Like you have to hydrate underneath the eyes. You might be in a rush. So the radiance really comes from the Smart Skin Prep and the right base that we're going to show you all the products that we're going to be using to create that. Use one or use all 3 or 4, just up to you. And that's going to be really the key and product placement that I really love to teach you and how to do it. So we will be working with some sheen products. We're working with cream products. I want to do, this is from Refry. I think that's what it's called. It's an eye balm and it's very easy for me just to do like so. I have to really experiment with these products. I bought this at Sephora a couple months ago. I think it was in May. and I have to make sure it's not too heavy. Does it go into the skin? I can't have it sitting there or be too emollient. Another big mistake to do, unless it really does work for you because you have extremely dry skin, is putting on an oil before you put on your makeup and everything. You're going to create separation. It's just greasy. Your makeup slips and slides all over your face if you don't have skin that's going to really benefit from an oil. I've tried it. I was trying it recently with this, I get sucked into ads sometimes too. And I bought this oil. They said, you only need 1 drop and it's the only oil you can use under makeup. And I thought, all right, let's try it. And then I was like, no, you cannot use an oil under your makeup unless, again, like I said, you have extremely dry skin. It doesn't affect your makeup or anything else, but I don't suggest it. I've tried, but so this is something that I think is really often advertised to young women, is that glowy skin, that beautiful skin. And then I kind of feel like it's not really, I think that mature women get stuck in this kind of like, well, the products look so good on them, but it looks greasy on me. It looks too shiny. I look like a disco ball. I think that we're missing like the bridge between, like, what does that mean for mature women? And that's why I wanted to do this segment on really just how to look radiant and not shiny. And in 2022, I did like a deep dive in my videos of reviews, and I tried for some reason that year, it seemed like so many different serums came out, or face drops, or all of the things, right? I bought so many of them. And it was interesting trying to not look so greasy or put it on and feel like, oh my gosh, it's never going to set up. And so I had a lot of experience with that. And I felt like mature women kind of get stuck. Like they'll buy that product thinking that it's going to actually, look radiant or really look, just really pretty. And then it ends up really just being unmanageable. It just really is just too shiny. It doesn't, I know it doesn't, it's not really what you're looking for. So I thought this was just an important way to give you the difference between radiance and shiny, or what products to look, or what placement to do, especially when it comes to like a highlighter, because I know a lot of mature women feel like they can't use a highlighter. So the complexion products, we want really lightweight, reflecting. You want to know how to layer. You don't have to layer too many. It depends on what you're really doing with your skin. I'm going to, now that my serum I have the balm really into my skin, I'm going to be using my Fiercely Smooth Face Primer. Now this is really nice. It will give you some hydration. It's a gel-like, so it's very lightweight. And this is going to be great for texture. Like if you have texture, if you feel like your makeup doesn't go on smoothly, this is a really great product to use because you're going to get that smoothness. It's going to really lay properly. So it's almost kind of like filling in, if you will. So when you do the BB cream or your other products, it's just going to look beautiful and have that kind of setup. So that's an important thing to think about in your makeup applications, because sometimes I think a lot of women feel like, oh, it's just another step, like I don't really need that, and then realize what they were really missing out on by being able to use a face primer, and then they see a difference with their skin. I see a big difference when I put that on first and then do the BB cream. It just has like a really nice feel to going on. So I'm going to just use, it depends. I'll just usually use a pump and a half of everything, but maybe I use 2 pumps. And then I just put it on you can put it on with your fingers. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should just do that. I'll put it on with my fingers. And what I like to do is, though, I'll put most of my product like in my T-zone, and then I like to work it out because I don't feel like I don't want a ton of product towards my hair. So I just go like this. And if I'm using the flat foundation brush, then I will just use that. I'm so used to using that on set that I usually try to reach for it here, but it's really nice. You'll feel, anyone in the audience have been using the Fiercely Smooth? Laura, she has crepey eyelids and she's wondering if she should use them underneath. I would say first concentrate on, well, you're probably hydrating and concentrating on it. You can use a little bit over once you've hydrated, but it's already soaked into the skin. So don't layer until it's done. And I would just use a little bit and use your ring finger so it's just patting it in on top. Oh, Piper, you can't live without it now. That's interesting. See, you probably didn't use one before, and then now you're like, okay, there's a big difference when you do it. It's actually strategically picking the products that really do the work for you, or a workforce. I mean, or a workhorse. I think putting that kind of emphasis on your products, so like you could have less but really have more. Helen loves a fiercely smooth. Oh, good. This is great. Feels good. Cooling too. Marjorie, I feel that too. Like I can feel it's like it does have this really nice cooling sensation. So that's really nice to kind of end with that step and be able to then go into your makeup. Now, radiance to me, as a mature woman looking at pigmentation on my face, I feel like that's killing the glow. I feel like that's killing kind of like the radiance part is the pigmentation. And I think a lot of us deal with that, and we kind of zone in on that. For me, like just even looking with this bright light in my face, this pigmentation on my eyes really darkens the eyes. Yes, I have thick eyebrows. And so, of course, it's going to look darker, but I need to lift that. So that for me, for radiance, it's going to be my first step. And I'm going to be using my eye primer. This is the product it's a cream product that I use on my eyes to really neutralize out, set up my eyeshadow so it lasts all day. I know a lot of you wear this without eyeshadow, but you put on the Nikita Banana. It's very interesting to me. I know some of you have used this underneath your eyes too. I don't suggest that you do. I find it to be a little bit drying because it's not formulated for that. I formulated it for the eyelids, but when I have extra on the concealer brush, I'll go into the inner corner, kind of bring it down. And I'm just not taking it, and applying it like it's going to be. If it works for you, then that's amazing. Then that's incredible. Like, it's not like you can't, like I said, there's multiple ways to be able to use product that works for you. I know. Robin said she's lost without her primer. Well, I totally agree because, I forgot mine in Las Vegas, like some crazy. And Wendy, in the sweltering heat, will the foundation, even though I'm holding this, it takes it up. Oh, see, I lost it. Wendy, ask me that question again and I'm going to catch it. Oh, here it is. I just forget it. I think you're saying, does it hold up in the heat and everything? I'm in South Florida and it's very, very humid here. And yes, this product does hold up into the heat. And actually, I've tested out all of my products in the heat for my BB cream especially. And I would do these weird tests where I was always wearing a jacket in summer. It's just kind of like my thing. I was definitely hot, dragging huge garbage bags out to the dumpster at my old studio. And I was like, I got to see how is the BB cream going to look after throwing away trash and being in the heat, and just sweating. So did amazing. I tested out the Serum foundation in Las Vegas last year because I thought this is going to be interesting. It's really dry. Like, how is this going to look? Is it going to just dry also on my face? And I had the most glowy, luminous skin. I couldn't believe it because I thought the opposite was going to happen. So I did force myself outside last year in 110 to see really what was going to happen on the skin. So I think that was Wendy's question that I was trying to. So you ladies are helping her too. So this is wonderful. 108 Robin in Florida last week. It was 108 and everything held up perfectly. Wow. That's interesting. Everybody's talking about, every time I look at the phone, it's like 91 degrees. I'm like, why is everybody saying it's like 110 here in South Florida? Helen said, all your products are not bothered by the heat. Such a joy. They would be in a lot of trouble. I would definitely have some words to say to them if they didn't hold up, especially coming in from a South Florida girl, native Floridian. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the concealer brush. I know last week I said that it was going to be in stock today or tomorrow. It is here. They just haven't counted it yet. So it's like things that are just so silly. So we're good. But we're just trying to push it into stocks to see what's going on. So I'm going to use my concealer brush into my eye primer. And what I do is I just tap like this. right? I'm not going around, not digging into the product. I just literally tap on top and not a lot of pressure. And then I go from, always start in the middle. For some reason, I like to start in the middle, even when like applying lashes. I always probably trying to balance. So I go right into the lid like this. And the funny thing is that clearly, I guess my eyelids might be getting darker as I'm aging, or just this year, or something's happening, because I never noticed it so much before, because I always would start in the middle. But now you can see like how dark. I'm thinking to myself, you better not be getting darker. But my eye primer will have to do some more heavy lifting if you're any darker. So that's why I go in the middle and then I taper it out, because I don't want a ton of product here. So that's where it comes to technique and placement, ladies. So you're not taking a ton and then starting right in that inner corner. You're going to have too much. And then where's it going to go? It's going to kind of maybe crease in here. You don't want too much product. So go into, now when I go in here, it's just really nice. It's like a veil right in here. So you see I have that extra on the brush. So I'll go in here and then I'll come down, and I come out to the end like that. So you can see the big difference. I mean, what is happening? I just think it's interesting. But anyway, the whole point is that you don't have to be bummed out in the morning and say all these nasty things to yourself. You can say, I have an eye primer, I have tools, I know what to do, I can do that, I can change it. So it doesn't bother me. Now, if I didn't have anything to help this, probably would not be very happy, and I'd be trying a zillion things. So that is why I've been using this product for like 16 years now. Like this is, I mean, when I tell you that I can't live without this, and I've been using it for 16 years on myself and on my clients. I mean, but I'm thrilled with the new packaging and just how beautiful it is and what it represents for you. And then having just the product that really I find it to be very, very desirable with mature women with what we have. And everyone on Fierce Aging that I've worked on, it's just, I mean, there's just no way I would be able to do makeup to get that eyeshadow looking gorgeous and with the way I want it, and not meddling into and mixing with this dark color. So I almost feel like right before your very eyes, I'm just erasing my pigmentation. There's no tricks, ladies. The product just works. This is what it's supposed to do. And it's an eye primer. So we're priming the eye prior. So I have much more radiance. If you could remember the last minute and how dark my eyes were. And now they're nice and bright. So I could powder them if I wanted to, put on mascara, and feel so much better that they're not that dark in the receding, and they just don't look like very radiant. Like it doesn't help me to look fresh and to look like very glowing when I have darkness. And that's why we always have to lift and neutralize out the darkness for having that nice toned skin, or even toned skin, I should say. So that's what I've done now. So I did the eyes, and then we're just going to go through the application of an eyeshadow. This is my Lay Bottled Blonde. This is my favorite palette, as you can see. I hit pan on one before. This is my second palette. And I'm actually using them all pretty much equally. This one, not as much, but these are pretty in the same running, which is great, because I usually am like always grabbing the middle color. And so it's nice that I'm seeing just a little bit less, but I'm actually using these two a lot. I'm going to swatch them from left. I guess maybe it would be your right. I'll just hold it up. So this is what it looks like. It's a sheen. See, it's a sheen. There's no glitter. It's no sparkle. But if you have really crepey eyes and you don't like that look, then you go matte. There's no need to feel like you have to do something you don't feel comfortable with. I just feel, for me, with the ladies, that I like to give them a little sheen on the eye. I like to pop the eye. I like the eye not to look flat all the time. We do have two matte palettes, a cool and a warm, nude and a gray palette. And a lot of the ladies love that too. The way you can stay radiant on the eyes if you're doing matte, you don't have to, but you could take the lighter color, this first one or this one here, and you can just pop that center, just like this. If you took it on your finger and you went like this, and you just did a tiny bit, and you at least have a little bit of pop. Like, it's not taking it all over your lid. Even if you have crepey eyelids, what have you, you can have just like a little just a little light. Now, again, if you put it on and you're like, wow, it highlights the crepiness, then don't do it. Or you could put it in the inner corner here. You could do the lightest color. We're going to talk about that with another product, but that's something you can do. Take the lightest color and literally like stamp it in the middle, not in the middle, stamp it in the inner corner of your eye. So then you have that brightness there too. It's another way you can add a little sheen to the eye area. So I'm going to just take I'm working out of my Essential Makeup Brush Kit. Needs to have a little cleaning job, but I'm working out of my 10 essentials. It's all you need. Vegan brushes, ultra soft. All the names are on the actual handle, so you don't have to think, oh my gosh, I have no idea what this is for. Yes, you do. It says shadow brush on it. So I'm going into the middle color here. And what we'll do is we're just going to, this is how I create just like a nice little radiant eye. I'm going to do, and for the topic of just glow, I think I would keep saying, I was going to say something, glow and grace, the radiant, not shiny. I'm going to use one color. I'm only using the middle color. Okay. So we can be very simple and easy. Take it all the way up to the top if you want to. Just do your actual lid. I'm going to just do the actual lid tonight. And if you have a little creasing from your eye primer, that's totally normal. It's a cream product and it's creasing where your lid is actually folding back. So when you go to do your eyes, if you've been chit-chatting or having a coffee or doing something, just pat it down like this and then just go over it. No need to, no need to get all crazy on the little eye primer. He's doing his thing. This is one color, so it's nice. Sometimes I'm like, we're going to do one, and I don't have to do a whole to do. We're going to just now do our lashes. We're going to curl our lashes with our shoe, our Mora. It's a really great, I said it slow because when I say it fast, it sounds like I'm not saying something. But this is the best eyelash curler. I mean, as you can see, I'm telling you, not every eyelash curler will do this. And that is actually worse than anything because all you're doing is putting pressure on your lashes and they're going nowhere. I mean, how many times have you done this and you take it off and your eyelashes are flat, like flat, which is annoying. And then you're wondering why. And then you're thinking, oh, I guess maybe they are onto something with their tension rod and how this works. Yes, they are, because it's amazing. And I refuse, just like mascara, I refuse to use anything that doesn't make me feel incredible and just keep lifting. That's all I want to do is just keep lifting. So I'm going to go into my waterproof dark chocolate eyeliner because I don't want to, I curl my lashes first because if I did my beautiful eyeliner and then I went to curl it, it's going to rest there. I don't want anything touching my eyeliner. So that's why I will do my eyeliner after I do the curling. So I'm going to keep it really just super tight. This is really nice and creamy. It's dark chocolate. I don't do black. I feel like it's too harsh, especially for older women. And it's always a caveat because if you love your black liquid liner, then you do your black liquid liner. I don't want you not to do your black liner. I'm saying in my artistry and the way I like to do makeup on mature women and the way I like to do my art on the face is I'm not doing black. I don't think it's not the look that I want for my guest or my client or whatever I'm doing. If it calls for a black eyeliner, that's a different story. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about mature women getting ready in the morning, wanting to look beautiful, fabulous. At night, if you're doing lashes and you need that extra darkness, of course. But it's not my go-to for a beautiful, really gorgeous, natural look because it's about enhancing with Nicole Beauty. It's about enhancing the beauty, not covering it up. And it's not about harsh lines or lots of things going on or making makeup hard. That's just not what it's about. So that's why that goes along with the whole kind of feeling of the line. So, see what I do? I just go to the last lash and I just kind of lift it up. But it's not a wing. I'm not winging it out. So what I did is that I made this thicker just here though, do you see I'm really like 3/4 right here, and go right to the lash line. I'm not in the waterline. I'm right in the lashes, and then I just lift it up. But I'm not going out here. I'm not doing any of that, but it still lifts my eye. It still lifts it at this very end, just a hint, and it's just up. Now, the reason why I don't do my foundation, concealer, color corrector, all of the things, because if I'm like, oh, I just did something, or my shadow comes over, or whatever, I want to be able to clean that up. And I have to, of course, I'll find my Almay pads. I have them. I'm attached to this. My dress doesn't allow this earpiece thing to be stuck on me, so I feel like I'm dragging around like something. Um, so anyway, I'll get the Almay pad, but you can just clean up, and you don't. Then you have like a really beautiful crisp line. You don't have shadow, and then you're putting your concealer over. Oopsies, I forgot that my eyeshadow's on my face, and then you mix it in, and you're like, oh, that's why we don't do that. We don't need to do that. It's like way too much work to go back and forth like that. So I'm going to just do the other eye just the same way I did that one. I usually will start on this eye because this is not my dominant side, and this is the eye that has more skin. I don't know if it's just natural or if it's because of the surgery I had and the cutting and how that like growth was making my eye come out, like it stretched the skin. I'm not quite sure, but it it could have been like this always, but you always like one you always like one side better than the other. Like I have two different color eyes, and I always growing up, I would always be in the mirror and I would be like, I like this one better. I was like, I wish it could be this one. And then I would look at this one like, oh my gosh, so dark. Like I just wanted what, can I have them the same color, please? So that's what I do. And you can see it kind of folds down here. So I don't go over it. Now, if I do my lid tape, you're going to see, you'll be really nice. But there's like a little hooding, so I just stop because I don't need to go over the railroad tracks. That's what I always think that this is. Like, I don't want to go over that because it looks weird to be on like that folded skin. So I just stop right before. See, this one doesn't have as much. So it's just a little bit different. But that is how I just kind of lift, not too much. I don't even know. Maybe I'll just do a tiny bit right underneath just to balance out, like literally like corner. Now we'll get on to the fun part. I need to sharpen this, but we're okay. There we go. I mean, just the outside parts there. All right, so the eyes are done. So you're keeping radiance because you're not putting heaviness. You're not doing a lot. I did one color on my eyes. I did the liner, which is really nice because it defines the eyes no matter what the age. And also we want to define the eyes as we get older. 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 100. We are lining the eyes because it brings focal point. It brings dimension. It's beautiful. You use a blue or a navy, use a green, use a dark chocolate, you use charcoal. We have a charcoal too. So we have 4 colors. Plum, gorgeous. Remember, you can use them as an eyeshadow too. Dark chocolate that you just saw me use. And then we have navy, and then we have the charcoal. Now, speaking of using this as a eyeshadow, so I've showed this to you on YouTube, where if you wanted like a smoky eye and you wanted a real base, and you said, oh, say you had just the Lay Bottled Blonde, and you're like, this is really light. I'm going out tonight. Wasn't really planning it. Kind of light. Got some depth here, but they're all sheen. It's not a matte. So you could say, what do I do? Okay. You could take the dark chocolate and go on the eye, right? You can work it in with your finger, just work it in. So you're creating a base. It's almost like you're creating a cream eyeliner. So do that first, and then you just work it in. I find it to be nice with your finger because of the warmth. And then you can go over and you've created another kind of whole look. You're getting more depth. You're getting that darkness. So that's what's really cool about these. I do that a lot with the blue. I want like a navy look. And then I was like, I just wash it down. It's really nice. It's really fun. It gives you options. So we have radiant eyes because we did not overpower them. We didn't add a ton of makeup. We just did the right placements. We lifted the lashes. we're going to, oh, I wanted to show you. I was going to actually get the brothers out, but I didn't. And I hope everybody knows what I'm talking about. This little guy, like the little machine, kind of sounded funny. I'm going to get the brothers out. Okay, the little brothers label machine says $4.29. Okay, so if you've been following me on YouTube, you know, you guys, I feel like let's move on from I'm getting the brothers out. $4.29. I put this on and I've been showing you on YouTube. This is my little cheat sheet. This is my little trick for you. So when I get a new mascara, because you want to only keep it 3 months and then you throw it out, I will put this on. I've told you already that I always tell myself, I will remember, even if it's like the first, like say it's like January 1st, I'm like, I'll remember. I never remember. Like the easiest date, right? So, oh, why am I taking it off? I don't need to take it off. I just have the new one here. So just make a new label. So this is when I'm opening it today. I'd probably put August 1st so I can just keep it simple. But this is my Volume Up Mascara. Do you see? Can you see it? How this is like an hourglass. That's just a little symbol for you about just being a woman, being feminine. Just I felt like that was just like a little extra. And then I made the wand to have teeth for you because it's, you know, it's very difficult when you have thinning lashes, sparse lashes as a mature woman. So it has all these little teeth on it all the way around. I worked on the formula to be creamy, but I wanted it to be a certain kind of cream where it wasn't too like glossy and just, you know, you have to be very specific, especially with lip gloss also. So this formula, I wanted to have a certain feel to it, but also I wanted to give you that volume because I wanted the lashes up. I don't want the lashes just having coating on mascara and then it sits there and it doesn't look good. It doesn't enhance your eyes. It doesn't do anything for you. And then you're very frustrated because how many coats can you do before you're just going to give up? So I go to the base of the lash. So you're depositing most of the pigment there. You can see it just like literally lifts my lid. And that's the whole point because I want you to have that volume. So I go to the base and I go slow too because I actually really want every single lash. I don't want to go super, super fast. I feel like sometimes I get a better coating too if I'm not like rushing it. So I'll get that first one on. And then I like to separate too. I'll take the little tip of it and then I get to separate like these lashes. And you can see, even though I'm going over it multiple times, it's not layering where it's like a big clump. And what's so nice about this, and this is why I teach you this step, I mean, it's really nice to be able to keep going and not have clumps everywhere. Basically looks like I can create like a false lash. It's really nice with that depth. Front load here, ladies, at the base, wiggle back and forth, come up straight, and then concentrate more on separating and lengthening up here. Because once you deposit all of that product there, you're getting that, it's almost like I've showed you before, I can line my eyes without lining my eyes because I'm using my mascara at that base, creating that base, and then I'm coming up, but it stays at the base. So it's nice because it just enhances that line that we just made with the dark chocolate a little bit more. What was I was going to just say something to you. Oh, that's what I was going to say. The reason why I can get it like this is because I threw away the old one for 3 months. It's done, right? You get the fresh one and you're like, oh, yes. You know, and it did so well because I was really excited. Today is what? I don't even know today's date. I don't know the date. Well, it's 29th. I think we're right. We just passed it, right? Today's 30th. Yeah, today's 30th. All right, that's great. So we are right on it. I was just so happy I remembered to show you on the live tonight. I'm going to do the other eye also, same exact way. I have a great live coming up on August 13th for you. It's National Fierce Aging Day. I don't know. I put it on my stories. I put it on my stories a couple times on my feed on Instagram. And I've talked about it on my YouTube and also here, but very excited. I created this national holiday for women to be able to celebrate age in all of the ways that they want to be able to build and join communities of women that are fearless, bold, unapologetic. We needed a day. I mean, come on. We've been working very hard on Fierce Aging for 7 years. We have 7 seasons of the episodes or the show, and we're not going to have a National Fierce Aging Day. I don't think so. So that's what we're going to do. So stay tuned to my Instagram, which is Fresh Beauty Studio, and I will be giving you all of the interesting, fun things that we have going on over here at Nicole Beauty. I'm actually going to be going live with you on August 13th. I have it on the schedule now. And I will be coming live from New York City. So that's where I'm going to be. And I'm doing an event in New York. Something very special is going to be announced. And I'm going to get ready with you when I'm in New York. I'm going to show you what I have picked out to wear. I'm going to show you what I picked out to go with my outfit. I think it's going to be really fun. We're going on a little field trip together. So we will have fun. Actually, you're going to help me pick out. I'm going to have some options. You're going to help me pick out my outfit. We'll do the makeup, and I'll show you how I would do my makeup for an event and what I would be doing. I know it's going to involve the press-on lashes. This is so long. My lash is so long. You know, it's funny because sometimes on this eye I have a hole in my lash, and it's never usually right there. It's really strange. I know you can see it. It's like, see right there. Sometimes I'll see this in the editing of my YouTube videos, and it's like, it's right here. I don't know. I think he's just a little bit shorter. But see, I can fix it now. It bothers me so bad when I have to watch a whole edit, and there's like this big gap with my lashes. I just want to go in and insert a little false lash to make my OCD go away. But yeah, I can do it. It's just one extra really long one, and then it makes the other guy look so small. But that's what's great about the brush tip, is that I can separate that and kind of make myself feel like I don't have like this split. All right. We have now beautiful radiant eyes. We'll just brush up the brows. I know everybody has a love-hate relationship, mostly hate relationship with my brows, but you know what? They're here. And my father is probably watching. And Dad, don't we always just enjoy our Greek eyebrows? They're very similar. Very similar. And that's why I have them. So I think we all got over the brows. So I haven't seen anything about it for a very long time. They made their statement. They're here to stay. They're going nowhere. They take the abuse. They just keep on going. So that's it. That's a great mantra. I always would talk to my brows. Yes. Probably crazy, but I said, you are doing a great job. Don't listen to anybody. So we have the skin to perfect now, radiance and beauty, and not glitter and not shiny and not greasy. And it's again about placement, but it's also about the products that we're going to choose and the way we're going to use them. So first, I always use, we're going to talk about color correctors first. Just Peachy, just like it says. It's a peach color corrector crayon. It twirls up just like this. So you have your Just Peachy, darkness, grays, blues, all of this, all that darkness, everything that you don't want to see. Pigmentation spots you can hit on the sides, just lessen that. Again, you could get away with this for under your eyes and that's it, no concealer. You could use this. Some of you have told me you use it as the foundation, which is so cute. Because it is a way to do, if you hit your spots, you get your nice under eye lifted, you blend tapered in, so you have a couple things, and then you're good. So you could even out the skin tone with one product like this. And really, now I tried this on the eyelids because I forgot my eye primer in Las Vegas, and it did not work. No. It was sad. I was like, this is not good. I just had to try it because I know that someone might have done that, but it's not the way to use it. You don't want it on your eyes. You want it to be able to even out. That's just giving you an option. If you can, that could be your radiance, right? You use one product, even out certain things on your face, and then you feel good. You don't feel like you have to do anything else. If you have redness around your nose, I have the redness here that you can see, rosacea, things like that, broken capillaries. I usually will do it around my nose in the morning. This is our no redness. Green cancels out red. So that is what you want to do if you have those. It has like a little green cast. Don't worry. When you work it in, it's just pulling up, it's just neutralizing out that redness. I mean, I feel like I look a little bit more red than I normally do. Now, actually, no, this is probably red. It's true. I don't know why. Noticed it recently, but not quite sure. So you have that no redness. Now, if you have purples or dark reds and you need to lift that, you have darker skin, you can use the Extreme Cancel. It's going to be more of an orange. That's going to help with those darkness because the Just Peachy is going to be too light for you. So you can buy them individually or you can do the bundle we have on the website. You can get one of each, just depending on kind of what you want to do. If it's really, really red and purple in here, and you're not getting any lift or any help with a color corrector, this Extreme Cancel will help you. And you just put it. It's on my Fierce Aging series. I've done some ladies with this product showing you how to use it and then just shearing it out. But that's a really great way. So color correctors are life-changing for mature women. I know a lot of you have the Just Peachy. Joyce says, Nicole, I have a lot of pigmentation spots under the eyes, around my eyes. What can I use? Just Peachy. That's what you'd want, the pigmentation. That's what this is for. It's for all the pigmentation underneath the eyes. So this is going to help give that radiance because we talked about with the pigmentation, just making it dull, making it look kind of like, there's no life to the face when you have all of this kind of stuff going on, especially underneath the eyes. We want that radiance. So that's why I always grab the Just Peachy. I usually can use the Just Peachy by itself. I don't need to use a concealer. So what I do is I'll come up into this inner corner here and then I come down. I have recently more been focusing on this coming like that because I know I'm going to push the product up. So I don't want too much product here. So I don't go right underneath the eye. I want to stay a little bit away from that. I'm going to come here and that's what I'm going to do. Right? Do you see I didn't put any under here because it's going to move. This has shea butter in it. It's nice and creamy. It's not going to be creamy for you if you do not hydrate your skin. It will skip. I've done it. I wanted to see like, okay, let me see it. It'll work. And then you can tell the second you put it on your face like this and your skin's not prepped, you're like, this isn't going to work. So that is what I do because I'm going to push more of the product up there. So I'll just concentrate in that inner corner. I'm always hitting that inner corner and see, I'll just follow I'm just going to follow where that kind of pigmentation is. It is more, it's like post-inflammatory, I think, from all the cutting and things that we did. But I don't want to use the no redness here. I'd rather use my Just Peachy. That's why I'm choosing to do that instead of the no redness. And then I'll do the no redness around the nose area, up here, around here. I'll do that. So this is really a great, this and the eye primer are going to be really standouts for you when it comes to seeing more radiance as a mature woman, seeing more kind of that glow and freshness to your skin. So I'm going to just take my concealer brush again and I'm going to it's almost like not really stippling, which I kind of really am, but I don't really want to move the product all around. I want to just work it in to the skin. And you're going to see I'm using this product that I had down here and I'm moving it up. So I will not have too much underneath here. I have to be really cognizant of that because if I put on too much right underneath here, I want this to be the thinnest. I'm still color correcting and covering, but I really would rather have more of the product down here where I can taper it out and it has more surface area to just go. It doesn't crease like my under eyes crease when I smile or I talk. And so I want that to be the thinnest part of the product here. So again, you can see I left that all open. So again, I'm going to go in, just pressing the Just Peachy in, and then I get to just move it up. So it's kind of like half as much as what was underneath my eye. And then I just bring it down like this. just like that. So you can see where it is. It's where it's brightened my skin. Now let's just take a little bit of the no redness and go here. I don't know what that is. The skin's such a mystery. It just does whatever it wants to do. I'm going to just take the same concealer brush and I'm going to go right over the nose a little bit like this. And just to neutralize out the red. Maybe it's a light. Could be, maybe. Not sure. It's going to get mixed in a little bit more too with the BB cream. I'm going to do one side with BB cream and one side with serum foundation because they're two different formulas, two different finishes. And I want you to kind of see what it looks like. So I have the Just Peachy. We'll see if we need any concealer, but I'll show you what we can do where you're still not adding too much to the face. All right, now I have my BB cream, light medium I have here. We'll do it on my side of the face here. And then I'll do the serum on the other side. And I think I'll use, I'm just going to use the light. This is a serum foundation. Really nice. You have to shake it before you open it. And then I would say, I'll show you how thin it is. I'm going to show you the BB cream first though, so you can see the two different formulas. So this is a light medium. And then this has cockadoo plum in it, vitamin C, hyaluronic acid. It's really beautiful. So you can see it's pretty weighty in the sense that it's nice and, going to give you a semi-matte finish on the skin. Didn't want it to be that high gloss where you're battling with it looks greasy, it look oily, it doesn't look right. The setup or the finish is really silky, but I wanted it to still give you that radiance, but just in a more mature way. Like we're just refining it. It just felt like from everything I tested, I knew that kind of texture and feeling that I wanted to see on the skin. And it's come out beautifully on so many of the ladies on Fierce Aging. Just radiant. Like you see their skin just literally tone, like even tone, but not a mask. You still see the skin through it. It's just been really, this was one product that I did take, I had to reformulate and it cost me some time, but it was so worth it because I knew that this is like really important for us, our complexion. And if you don't do anything and you just did a BB cream because you loved it so much, because it's not like a tinted moisturizer, that's very thin. That's not giving you, I just feel like sometimes it's a waste because it's like, what is it doing? That seems streaky to me. So this is a BB cream. We call it a complexion blur, just like blurs the skin. So I'm going to do it on this right side. I just take my foundation buffing brush and I'm going to just tap it into the BB cream like this. And you can do any type of, if you want to use a sponge, I just feel like the sponge takes too much and I don't feel like you're getting the beauty of the product because the sponge basically has just taken it all off. I sometimes I'll apply it like this, or I just buff it into the skin like this. It just depends. Now, you know what's funny? I had someone say, I think it might have been on the last live that yes, it was. She said that the foundation buffing brush was making it streaky on her skin. And I said, it's most probably because your creams or moisturizers are too thick because it's mixing it. It's like moving around that moisturizer. So the funny thing is the other day I sprayed the Chanel. I showed you I got the Chanel #1 serum balm. It's like a biphase serum in like the little kind of egg shape. And it did the exact same thing that this woman had said. I put it on and it was because it's that biphase. It was all over. And I'm like, oh no. I was a little bummed, but I knew what she was talking about because I saw that happen. I thought, oh my gosh, that is so, I thought I could get away with it. I love experimenting though, because you never know. So you want to experiment and then say, okay, that's not a good combo. Those formulas compete with each other. So I'm going to just take it down. I take it down on my neck and it just blends in. So this is the BB cream in light medium that I'm wearing now. And you just get that really pretty skin, not matte, but not high gloss, but still radiant and really beautiful. And it's really, you don't feel it. It's fragrance free. I didn't want you to have, I mean, I do love some products and how they smell, but I just thought it was safer for us with like having so many allergies and everything that goes on, it's clean beauty, that we didn't add a fragrance into it. So it is fragrance free. Now let's do the serum foundation. And this is going to be, let me show you on my hand. So you just pull it out like this. It's just a dropper. And you're going to see how thin it is. Let me do 6 drops like that. But look, see, very lightweight, and it's really silky. You'll see, almost feels like it has a built-in primer. So I've told the ladies sometimes if they feel like the primer is too much, if they use the serum foundation, just cut that out and just use your serum foundation. This is going to be a little bit more warmer for me, but that's okay. I don't mind warming up the skin a little bit. I mean, it's the summer, but it gives you it's really just that silky, very lightweight. We are working on colors. I think I had mentioned that, maybe it was on the YouTube, that we are in formulation for different colors, not reformulating the formula, but the color. So we're working on those. Just takes quite a bit of time, but we listen to you. We've heard what you've said. We have a lot of feedback, and we try to really alter and bring to the market what you're looking for. So it's always important to, give the feedback and let us know. So that's a very important part of what we do. So you can see, I just did a couple tabs there, and then I'm just working it in. So you can also, again, just like the foundation or the BB cream, you can take your buffing brush, your foundation buffing brush, and you can just apply it like this also. You might need a couple more drops because the brush will pick up those drops, but it's just it's very nice and thin. Now, everybody says, well, what's the difference between the BB cream and the serum foundation? They are totally two different things. A lot of women like the BB cream for day, or they'll wear it at night. They want something a little bit more heavier coverage, buildable, more like a foundation, because BB cream is not a foundation. They'll go for the serum foundation. And it just depends. You can really build this up. I find it to be, it just depends. I think sometimes the mood you're in, what kind of texture do you want? What kind of feeling do you want? They're both very lightweight. I wouldn't know if you put it on me and said, which side is BB cream and serum. I would know by when it first went on, but now doesn't feel any different. They're both very lightweight, very breathable, beautiful finishes for a mature skin. I've shown you this serum foundation on Fierce Aging over multiple different textures, beautiful wrinkles all over the face. It's really nice because it moves with the skin. That's the whole entire point of my cosmetics that I formulated as a professional makeup artist and as a licensed esthetician. I've touched skin for over 20 years. I know exactly what I want. I know exactly what textures I want. I've worked with so many different types of skin, so many different ages, men's, women's. It's very interesting. I think it's really a blessing for me to be able to have that experience, because I know when I was reformulating, it was very scary for me because it was a very big undertaking. But knowing what how I'm touching the skin and how the product's working is really what guided me, because I knew the finish that we needed. I knew that the feeling you wanted. So that's what we have achieved with this line, and I'm very proud of it. Now, so we have the serum, depending on if you want, to be buildable, have more of like a foundation type of feel, if you're used to that, or if you wanted to do something lighter, you would go into the BB cream, and it's going to be really just your preference. You're going to get 2 different finishes, but really just still beautiful in that semi-matte. but a completely two different types of experiences on the skin. So now what I would do is I would do my little soft set that I kind of just talked about in a recent video with my Nikita Banana. This is a brightening powder. This is what it looks like. And it's talc-free, gluten-free. It's really ultra soft and it's not heavy. And I'm going to take my eyeshadow blending brush. This is how I set, because I feel that if you went with a powder brush or even a puff, sometimes it depends, too much, too heavy, too big of a brush, too much going on there. I need to be very careful underneath my eyes. So I roll my eyeshadow blending brush into the Nikita Banana, and then I just go up into that corner. And again, really light. So you see, not going like this, not going like push. I'm not really, it's like a feather light. I got to get into that little crease that I have right there. And then I taper it out, come out like this. So this is a great way to soft set. That's what I like to call it. I'm just softly setting underneath the eye because I know it's danger zone if I don't do this, because I always know I'm like, I know it'll crease on me, because for some reason with probably the 17,000 facial expressions I make alone, that's probably why. So I like to just do it like that. I'll whisk it out a little bit there and come down here. Now, if you have oily T-zone, this is a great way to just do the same thing. Roll it in and just do the T-zone coming down in the, you're just getting enough. So you're not overdoing it. Just do this side here. Still brightening also because it is more of that banana color. Now, a really great way to give that, we're still in this radiance, we're still in this, like, how do we pop the cheeks? You can do a powder blush if you want to. You can do a cream blush if you want to. It's up to you. You like a powder. Our powders are really beautiful. I actually heard some feedback yesterday at the studio where she said that the blushes stay on and she doesn't have to worry midday that she's going to look at herself in the mirror and there's going to be no blush. So that was really great with our powder blushes. And then when you do use our powder blushes, you're going to see it does give you this beautiful kind of sheen. It's not glitter again. It's just like that. It's like it's almost like your skin comes alive. You'll see that with the Classic Beach Glow. I use this a lot on ladies. I use it a lot on myself. It's a really great palette of a highlighter, blush, and a bronzer all in one palette. Use your fingers. Lots of range with this, with what you can do and how you can apply it. You can just use a highlighter if you want to and place it on, different areas of the face, depending on where you want that. But this is really nice when this comes alive. I'm going to actually show you something with another cream product that we have. I'm going to layer one of my little blush sticks. So we have a bronzer, Coconut Row. We have St. Bart's Beautiful Pink. And then we have Palm Beach, which is going to be kind of like a burnt apricot, I like to say. And then we have Paris, that's a berry. So I'm going to show you how you can layer, because you don't have to say, oh, you know what, I'm just going to use this and then that's all I can do. No, you can layer it up. You can add something to it. Maybe we want it to be a little bit darker because we have this beautiful, bright pink dress on. Maybe this needs to be mixed with a little of the berry. Could do that. So again, remember, you mix and match your products, use them in different ways. I have never actually layered. I wanted to do it yesterday and then I forgot. I got a little excited on set. I actually skipped over all of her complexion products and just went for the BB cream. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I'm getting so excited that I'm like skipping to like the part that I love doing. It's complexion, but I was like, I can't believe I would want to jump over the first part. My brain was thinking way too fast. So let's go. I gotta find let me see if I have my flat foundation brush. It was here. And I think that, you know what we'll do? Let me just take a clean, let's try with the foundation buffing brush. Just tapping it in like this. This will be interesting. Now, if you have an extra foundation buffing brush, this could be, oh, this is really nice. I like this. Getting it just where I want it to be. I like that. So this is really nice because you see, you do get a beautiful radiance to this. It catches the light a little bit. That's what I love seeing on the show, because we're on 4K, but we have these hot lights, and then I get to really see the skin. You cannot fake it on 4K. Like our video is our video. That is our lady's skin, and the makeup, and seeing it when you put on that beautiful, just it almost like sinks into the skin and it looks like your skin. So that's what this looks like with just the blush on it. Let me try. I haven't tried this. Oh, look, there's a little baby eyelash. You know why? I told you. These little guys are the press-ons. And when they get rogue, they stick to everything. So when I traveled with it, them in May, they were like squished to the top, and oh my gosh, what a nightmare. So when I took them to Vegas, I took them in my carry-on, like literally in my carry-on, so they would stay okay. I mean, my lashes are very important, so you have to handle those press-ons with care, or else it looks like, you know, a really big mess. They're very hard to get off, and you want to only bring them if they're on other things other than their tray. Just don't use them. So here is the Paris, and we can just see how I'm layering. Okay, I had a really nice base. I'm going to go a little bit deeper with this berry color. I can take the same brush that I used. Let's just pop that little cheek right there, bringing maybe more of color in here. Now, let's just take a little bit of we'll use the full palette, bronzer and highlighter. And you know what's funny? I'll use my finger. Oh, there's my flat foundation brush. All right. We're going to do the highlighter. Let me just show you with my finger first, though. Let's see if you want to see. I should probably swatch these too, if you can see these. All right, hold on. Here we go. So this is a blush color. You see how beautifully sheer but buildable? Then we're going to do, this is the highlighter. You can see it's like that. It's almost like glass-like. And then here's the bronzer. So you have a really nice bronzer. It doesn't have too much of an orange undertone or yellow. So those are the colors that we have in here. So nice. I haven't touched the product in such a long time. I was using the brushes. It felt so good. It's like nice and just really emollient. I like it. I'm going to take the bronzer and I'm going to just tap into it just like this. So the little cheat sheet for you. See the top of my ear? I'm just coming straight down. This is where I would go. So if you get confused, let's just make a little, you can see where it is. Let's make a little line here. So it goes, you can even take your brush and go like this on the top of your ear, straight down. So you can see I'm going where I need to. Now I want to keep this space free. So I always just like want it to be kind of just blended it up. So I blended it up. I just want to have a little contour there. So you don't want to bring it down. You want to just follow your bone structure, and that's where it goes. So this feels really hydrating also, like this blush on the skin. It's really nice. And then I'm going to use my finger so you can see the highlighter where I'm going to put it. So really about placement. I think that what I've seen sometimes with some of my clients that would come into the studio would be mature women, and they would either use a sparkly eyeshadow that it didn't stay where it should on the lid. So it was like loose kind of, I guess it's like micro glitter or whatever. So it would be all over the face. And I got to tell you though, even days later, it's all over the face still. I mean, it's very difficult to get off. So it just highlighted everything. It highlighted texture. It was supposed to be on her eyes, and it's like all over the face. And I'm like, oh no, it's like, and it's so annoying to try to get off. So I think that when you are dealing with trying to highlight and bring things to the face as a mature woman, you have to strategically know the product that you're using. And I also think that you need to know exactly where you're putting it. So I know a lot of women say they can't wear a highlighter. Well, yes, because if it's that glittery or it's going to just really be a disco ball here. And that's really what it looks like. So when I created this highlighter, I didn't want you to feel like, oh, I can't put it on where I have my love lines or my someone just called them, I think they're happy lines. You know, you can put it on over that because it moves with the skin. It's supposed to, you know, it's in the skin, right? It's not sitting on top of the skin because it's going into the skin just like that. So when you smile and everything, your skin moves like it should. It's living tissue. It's not, I mean, it should move. It should be expressive. It should enjoy this time. You can feel like, oh my gosh, I'm not highlighting it. I'm making my skin look just really beautiful and glowy and healthy. And I love that. I didn't put the highlighter there. That's the blush. That's that blush coming through. And it just gives you that radiance. It just makes you, you know, it's not like you're doing a lot. You don't have a lot of makeup on. This is very, very minimal. And I wanted to try to keep it that way for you. So you felt like it's not overwhelming, you know, even if you use this on just your bare skin and you're adding color to the skin, you're adding that beautiful sheen to the skin. That looks so beautiful. It depends on your take on how you're doing your makeup. Now on the other side, you know what I'll do? Let's just mix these two colors. I'm going to mix Paris and St. Bart's together. And I'll show you what it looks like. I do the Paris first, like this. It's like, it's actually like perfect. And then I will do the St. Bart's. I just put it over like this. So I made like a beautiful, like just a lighter color. And then you can either take it from here and put it on your face. Let's do that. Now these are a little bit different of a formulation. You're going to get more of a cream to powder feel with the blush sticks. So you're going to see it's a little bit more of that softer, more of a powder-like finish compared to if you wanted something that was more on this radiant side. You can see the difference, right? So if you wanted just something where you weren't still beautiful, still adding color, but if you really felt like, oh, you know what, I don't know if I really want to do this kind of look with this kind of payout, then I'm going to just do this beautiful, really just kind of like that cream to powder. And you can do whatever you want, any kind of combo. I'm still pretty much in the same kind of family, which is making me happy when I do two different things on the sides of my face. You can also, if you feel like, oh gosh, I did too much, just take your foundation buffing brush that you had the serum on and you can just kind of take it down, then add a little bit more if you want to. We can take the coconut roe and do, again, just the top of my ear, coming right down. So just right in here, I just do a little bit like that. And then again, you're going to get more of that cream to powder finish. And it's really nice. It just depends on the kind of the look that you want to go for and what kind of mood you're in. Maybe you like to switch it up. Maybe you don't always like to do the same thing over and over again. Now, let's see, where are we? We did, oh, okay. So let me give you some placements for the eye brightener. So we have an eye brightener like this. So once you're kind of seeing and assessing like what's going on with the skin and, you know, how is everything? We didn't do concealer, so are we okay? I think that, you know, I think we're okay. I don't feel like I need to put on more, you know, that's your assessment. You don't have to do concealer. If your color corrector does it for you, that's amazing and you don't have to keep going on. Now, if you like to touch up during the day, this is basically a part of our color correctors because it's going to be a pink. It is a little kind of like brush here. You click it up and you don't want to go too much because a couple clicks, sometimes it just takes a little bit slow to come out. That's how much I see that little and it'll still keep going a little bit. So that's how much I have right there on the tip. And then what I'll do is, if I still have darkness in this area here, I'll just do a tap. And I like showing this because it does make a big difference with this darkness in here, the blues. Sometimes it's really on that kind of like on the side of the nose, right in here. You could also lift the eye up if you want to, depending on where you want to brighten. So it's an eye brightener. It's going to brighten whatever you're putting on, whatever you're putting it on. So that's something to experiment with. You know, this is something that's a nice tool for you to get that radiance as a mature woman, but not adding a ton of weight and not adding tons of concealer. This is a nice brightening technique to be able to do. Let me just get my little brush here. So I like it because for some reason, I always feel like this is just a tad dark in here. So I just brighten it up like that. I don't need a lot. You saw like I did a little dot because again, if you overuse your product, you put too much product on, then you're going to be left with, oh gosh, like I can't work it in. It's too much. And then you're going to get the creasing and then you're going to be mad and you're going to blame the product, anyone's product, any cosmetics. It's the same thing with skincare. You know, you have to know it's not, you don't, just because like one ampule is what they want you to do, doing 3 or 4 isn't a good idea, right? Like you have to, less is more, and that's so overused, but it's really, really true. And you're going to get more out of it with less products, in my opinion. You're going to be able to master what you have, really feel good, and then be able to build on. Now, I just brightened up that little area there. Now what I'm going to do is, we got the blush, we got everything. All right, let's try. I was going to usually use Unapologetic, but I'm going to use Rose All Day. This is my waterproof lip liner. I'm going to use this with Fleur. For some reason, you know, my closet is going to be a lot of this color now. I'm very excited. So I'm going to show you, I guess I have this little, this is my Rose All Day. So that's what it looks like. It's really pink. I just didn't want to use the Unapologetic. See, it's just lighter. I don't need to, you know, we're going to see how it looks. I haven't used it before, but I think that it might be a nice, we'll see, a nice little way to do it. Now, I don't know if I want to do it really strong. So I'm going to do my little trick that I've showed you before. This is Manifest and Glow. It's a golden, when I bring it out, you're going to be like, you won't be able to really see it. It's like a golden sheen. And you know, what's so great about this is you can put it over any lipstick. It just gives you that extra like golden, just beautiful, just like gloss to the lip. I like to use it because it's really neutral underneath first, and then I put on my strong color. If I'm just not in the mood for like really full bodied lipstick, I'll do it that way. We'll do it that way tonight. I also have Upgrade that matches perfectly, which is so great. They're like 2 peas in a pod over here with the beautiful bright color. Let's put it right next to. So it really enhances it. It really gives it some richness. That's called Upgrade. I love my Upgrade. You know, we have some sleepers. And then when you get like Good Vibes and Upgrade, like if you want like just neutral, it's Good Vibes. And I've been showing that lately. But you know, these are ones that come out of the woodwork and have been in the line. And I'm like, the other day, everybody kept complimenting me on Good Vibes. And I said, this, you know, it's so funny. I'm like, I need to be wearing this more. I get so many compliments. So let's go in with lining the lip with the Rose All Day. And I think this will be nice. It could be too light. We'll see. It's a pretty color though with this dress. It's funny. Does it look like it was that light on my hands? This looks like it's a little bit darker. Didn't look so light. All right. Now what we're going to do, we'll take the Manifest and Glow and we're going to go over the lip. You know what else you can do? Fill in the whole lip with the lip liner and just put over the Manifest and Glow. And then you got your own like little combo. All right, now for Fleur, coming over. Did I get it right tonight? This actually just came. Got it secondhand, which you know is all I do. And it's one-shouldered linen. I feel like it's just it's so pretty and it's so comfortable. I was thinking radiant. I'm on vacation, kind of like beautiful. Like that's the look you always want to take home with you, right? The radiance, the looking like a gorgeous mature woman that has this beautiful skin. That's what we really want. You know, it's the skin. Like it's just you want the skin to pop. You want it to be radiant and beautiful meaning that it's your skin and you feel really confident and it just like all works together, I think. See how it's the color, but it's not like overpowering because I cut it. I cut it first with the Manifest and Glow, and then I just followed it up with the, it's so funny, everything's in my face, but I can't see it, the Fleur. So we celebrated National Lipstick Day yesterday with our Fleur. It's our newest color in the line. It's just really nice because if you don't want a red and you don't want a coral, the coral we have is more of like this really beautiful little flecks of metallic, but like a burnt coral, then you would go in with Fleur. And you have a lot of ways to manipulate it. You can wear it full bodied, like I've talked about before. You take it, you go from the bullet to the lip, and you get a really punchy lip. I've done it on YouTube, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to scare them when I come back and I have the lipstick on. But I did another video where I showed you can take it down to not be afraid of color. Like you should be able to wear anything you want. And I know mature women, I had this conversation yesterday with my guest, mature women really, I don't know if it's because they say they don't look good in dark lipsticks, and it depends on the dark lipstick. You know, a lot of the women are saying that they have thinner lips, so they don't like to wear dark lipstick. It draws attention to them. Absolutely agree. Like it depends though on the colors that you're choosing and how you're applying them, because you can get more of a color like this but not be, I mean, pinks would be really beautiful too, but having something a little bit brighter, it's almost like your accessory. It's almost like a necklace or it's your earrings. When you wear a lip, you're bringing color, and you'll see this. My guest yesterday, it's funny, we were talking about how, you know, that she normally would wear like a pinky nude or like a little bit more of like that pink. And I took her into Fleur and she looked dynamite. I mean, it was beautiful. And we did a really nice combo, put the upgrade on it. You'll see it's coming out. We have Fierce Aging series on my channel every week for the most part. I have one tomorrow, which is really great. But I want you to be able to, okay, you know what? This is a little bit brighter than I like to, but I can always put the gloss with it. I can use it as more of a stain. I could go, you know, I think the more comfortable you get when you're doing the different ways of wearing it, then you kind of just go into, oh, I just applied the lipstick and I feel really good. And it's not a shock. So you've kind of like built yourself up to it. So this is the final thing we could do. Now, I would stay with the Dewy Luminous Skin Mist from Tasha. They sent this to me recently, and it's beautiful. It's very, very fine mist. So this is going to give you that luminous. Now, I've showed you other beauty sprays that are more hydration or calming or those kind of things. This one is really more of like, you'll see. It feels different. It feels different on the skin. It's giving this kind of more, not like serum, very lightweight still, but it's going to just add a little bit more of that kind of glow to the skin, but not over the top because you didn't put anything on. You just sprayed it on. So it's going to go on the skin. So it's been nice. I've actually really liked using this. It's a little bit different. Feels good. And I don't have my little things, but I think it says, oh, hydration and glow. Under or over makeup. Great. So we have that little thing there. And, you know, I think this is what I really want you to try to start doing, if you're not already, is adding this kind of highlight to your face, having the lipstick, having the really nice toned skin, going in with a cream to a powder finish if that's what you want, or going in with something that has a little bit more of that finish for you. Just really depends. I want to know if you have questions about just placement or products. I'd love to answer some of those questions. Marsha, that's so funny. I've done that before. She thought the live was yesterday, so she was waiting since yesterday. That's so funny. Sue, what color are my nails? I don't know. I just actually got them done this week again, and I know it's a hard gel that they use, but it's just it changes too because they run out of the base that I always would do. So I think this is actually a newer. I try to stay pretty much the same though. Oh, all right, hold on. I forgot to put this on. 1 second. Let's turn it down. Okay. Let me just put this here a second. All right. Okay. The question coming in from YouTube, I can't get on it. It won't get me on it. All right. All right. I just saw a question. What blush do I suggest during humid days? You can do either one. They are going to hold up in the humidity, and it's going to look. Nothing will change. I think it's going to be great. Ah, thanks, Patricia. She said I've answered more questions than she can absorb. I know it's a little crazy. I try to catch them so I can read them too, so you know what I'm saying. Okay, Cindy, what can you wear if you just want to look good but not do a lot of makeup? If you want to look good, depends. What that kind of mean. You don't want to wear a lot of makeup. I would just say mascara, number one, figure out the complexion. Is it going to be just a concealer you can dot around and make it like you have foundation on? Awesome. Do you want to just use a Just Peachy color correct and then go? I would say if I had to pick 3 products and you don't want to do a lot of makeup, I would pick the mascara. I would pick Just Peachy or a concealer, and I would do a lip color. Because I'm thinking to myself, if you didn't want to do a lot of makeup, you're not going to want to go into a BB cream serum. You're going to want to make things work without doing that because less is more for you. That's what I'm thinking. So that's what I would probably suggest. Mary says, our pores, you said something about your pores. My face pores are more pronounced in the humidity. There is I think Philosophy made like pores. There was a product. It was like we used it in my makeup kit. What was it called? It was something about pores from Philosophy, the brand, and it helped with enlarged pores. I remembered that because I always had it in my kit. That would be something to try. Kathy, if you have warm skin tones, can you use pinks instead of corals? Yeah, it really depends on what looks good on you. Like if you put it on and say this doesn't look good, this is too warm, I'm cool and this is too warm, I'm not going to do it. I mean, I push it all the time. I'm a summer because I did do that video for you about you all know your colors, so I thought I'm going to know my colors too. So when I went, I did the whole thing, and I had it on YouTube, my appointment, and it was really fun. It was very informative. And so when I was a summer, I saw the yellow that's like in my color palette, and I said to the consultant, I said, that I always break the rules. Like I am not wearing my bright yellow. She's like, it's just a guideline. Don't worry. I said, no, I know. But, Some colors I just can't wear, but I think that you can figure out what you can break those rules. Yeah, you can do it if you love it and you think it looks really good. Yeah, go for it. Antoinette, what can I use on my skin before I apply my products? My dry skin before my products. I would find products. I would first of all assess what you're doing for your dry skin. Are you using a cleansing balm? That would be a suggestion I would suggest for you because your skin's dry. Are you using an exfoliant? Are you doing a gentle exfoliant for your dry skin? Because you still do need to exfoliate your skin, making sure that that's not why you have dry skin. And then I would do a serum. I have the serum that I really like that's lightweight, especially for summer, is the Clarins Biphase, the hyaluronic triple serum, biphase serum with double hyaluronic acid. It's from Clarins. It's called Hydra Essential. Do something like that, and then see where you are when you put your makeup on. If you're still really dry, then I would say don't do a serum. Do a lightweight moisturizer and see what happens there. If it's still not, then you'd have to experiment to figure out the combo. But it's really not a one size fits all. So it's a hard question without giving you like multiple options to do. Ginny says, what should I use on my water lines on my eyes? Your water line inside your eye? What should you use? A lot of people don't think that it's a good idea to be putting eyeliner inside the eye. I think for special occasions like the one-offs, I think it's okay. But I don't think you should be putting anything in your water lines. So I don't know if that was really the question. Kathy, is your BB cream and serum foundation better for hiding pores? I think it's really about your prep for your pores. They're both lightweight. They shouldn't settle into your pores. But again, that's why the Fiercely Smooth is very important. I think also having products that can help minimize, like that product that I had mentioned from Philosophy, would be a good one. Let me put a little, I feel like I'm talking to my lipstick's like mixing in with all of my talking. All right. Let's see. Any other questions that I can grab? Patricia, what was the name of the spray? Does it brighten for the day or just after you spray? This is for, it says be under makeup or over makeup. I would do it for the day. I would do it in the morning, or you're going out for the evening. Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. So it's just like a dewy skin. It doesn't brighten. It's like dewy for your skin, giving you a little bit more illumination. All right, let me go back here and see if I have. Chris, I tried to put makeup on my puppet lines, but I just lost the question. I think you said I think if you're saying you get, it's so funny, puppet. We have this is we're going to name all of our things. If you're finding that your makeup's coming into your, I'm assuming this is your puppet lines that you're talking about. We have that crystal clear lip liner that you can use that basically creates like a border. We do it for the lips where we have the fine lines that the lipstick likes to migrate to. You can try that. I've done that before. We talk about that a lot as artists, that we can, kind of manipulate where the makeup won't gather there because it has a little bit more of that protection of the clear lip liner. I know. How does using sunscreen affect your prep for makeup? I use sunscreen every day. The sunscreen's not the issue. It's just going to be the formula. Because if you have a really heavy formula, like it's like a heavy moisturizer with an SPF or a high SPF, then you run the risk of having pilling because it's just heavy on the skin. And then when you start doing, if you start buffing your foundation or anyone's BB cream to moisturize your foundation, you'll see it start kind of pilling depending on. So you have to just find the right sunscreen that's going to work for you, that's light and giving you the protection that you're looking for. Piper says the crystal lip liner works amazing for marionette lines. That's great. That's a really fun trick to be able to do. Let's see if we have any other questions. So great. You guys all help each other out too in the comments. It's so much fun. Kathy, love the Fleur lipstick. Color is gorgeous. Great. I'm so happy you like it. I felt like it would just, it's, I was always thinking that I wanted to reach for something just a little bit more than actually I can sometimes. And when I was thinking, oh gosh, you just need to punch that color up one more notch, and that is Fleur. And so I'm very excited we have it because we can take it up that next, if you're doing pretty smart during the day, and then you do actually I can, and you're like, what, I want to take it to the next level. You can mix actually I can and Fleur together. What a beautiful color. Or take your pretty smart, since it's like a soft petally pink, and mix it with Fleur. You can do that. I mean, what a great combination. Who knows, what you're going to get when you mix it with your lip and everything. Diane, I do a lot of fashion videos over on my website. You can check them out. I have some more planned to do for August, so I'm looking forward to sharing with that. Kelly, the new concealer brush is here. I was just checking on it today, but they just haven't stocked it yet. So it's just a little frustrating because we're trying to speed that along. Because last week I said definitely because we were supposed to have it in stock by now. So I apologize for the delay. I do recommend a gua sha. Patricia, I do have a gua sha tool, and I made it stainless steel, so you don't have to worry about when you're doing the oil on your hands and your face, you're holding it, that you drop it and it breaks, because that happened to me so many times. So I made it stainless steel for you, and you can find it on the website, but it's great for depuffing and really bringing more radiance to the skin and just looking refreshed and not depuffed. We had people and our clients sending us pictures of consistently using the gua sha and how it changed their face and how you can see so many of these videos too on YouTube. It's really great. Kathy, could you put together a Nicole inspired capsule wardrobe video? Yeah, I could. I could do a capsule collection. Marjorie, what about using New Face? Yes, I love Zip. I think I had, I don't know what year it was. I had the New Face, but I use Zip Beauty. Let me show you what it looks like. Do I have it in here? I'll be walking around I know where, let me find it. Hold on a second. You're going to love it. I think it's here. I have it. And all right, ready? I'm back. I feel like I have like a little leash on me with this little microphone thing. Okay, I got this Zip. I got to show it to you because I do feel, as an esthetician, I do think that this is something that, this was, I think, a holiday promo they had. But the reason I like this is because you look at how thin and simple and easy, and this is the nano current, microcurrent, and it's so lightweight. And so I always think about you ladies when I'm testing out new products. I found this years ago. I think it was 2022. And I contacted the company and I said I would really love to test this out as an esthetician. I love microcurrent, blah, blah, blah. And so I've been using it since then because I love it so much. And you know what else she has? The owner of the company has an app, and they teach, there's like facials on demand. So it's like this with somebody, and you get to do all the different facials that you want to do. So you can do the 1 minute. This is what's great. It's like a 2 minute, 3 minute. You can do the works. I think it's 10 minutes. And I'll just sit in bed. They have all of the different gels. This one's the golden gel. And it's like honey. And then you feel like you're like, oh gosh, this is never going to come off. It just dissolves with water. Your face feels so good. You can leave it on as like a mask. So I'll sit in bed and read on my Kindle, and I can do it because it's not heavy, and I'm not like, oh my God. Like, I have fallen asleep before with things that I just couldn't hold anymore. They're too heavy. I won't do it. So this is really nice. Again, if you have any, obviously, medical issues, you want to check first with your doctor before you start a nanocurrent. But It's great. So that is a great gift for yourself in the holiday coming up, or the Black Friday sales. It's wonderful. You'll love doing it because you will see your face being sculpted, and it's a really nice thing to do for the jawline. I love it too because it just molds to your face, and I love doing the lifts. You do that with New Face too. I'm just saying I find it to be easier to use and glide around my face. It's just like a little go-kart. I have a red light mask from Dr. Gross. That's the one I like using. I do use it. I like that one because I can put it on different levels for acne, or it's just really not, when you have any blemishes. I know some of you still do also. It heals really well the skin when I have like some breakouts and everything. That's the one that I like. I actually have their red light goggles that they have, and I've been experimenting and testing those out. So I haven't reported back on that yet. Terry, how do I get rid of the occasional yellowing to my pandemic platinum hair? Purple shampoo. That's the best. I like Fido. Fido is um, it's Fido USA, and that was the one I've been using since 2014, 2015. It's like blueberry, really rich, and I feel like it really whitens the hair. Kathy, okay, Nicole, oh, wait, that's not, wait. Jennifer, best product for hiding redness on the neck and upper, okay, here, where are you? Oh, I just missed it. Upper neck, I would say, I think you said you have it for an event. Oh, upper chest. I use sunscreen, so I don't know why it's happening. I know. I have that too. It's really strange. It was like really red for a bit, but I don't know, maybe it could be, let's just blame it on the hormones. Um, hold on, best product for hiding redness. Okay. On the neck, you know, I would concentrate on skincare and not trying to cover it up. I would try to work on, like, you know what I have? So since I have like this kind of it's really like this. And I don't know if sometimes because I'm wearing like a V-neck and I'm always out like running around. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it's from either. But I don't lay out and all this kind of stuff. So what I started doing was I got the rock at the drugstore. Let me see what this one says. Hold on. I think this one has, okay, retinol correction, line smoothing capsule, night serum capsules. Okay, they have another one too. You have to look. I think it's a vitamin C. So they're these little. I love these. There's these little capsules, and every night I just keep it by the toothpaste or the toothbrush, and every night I'm like, okay, I have to take one of those capsules. I squeeze it out and I put it all on my chest, and that helped a lot. I think I was using the vitamin C one though that they have. So look for them. I like the fact that they're in these little capsules here because it's like that nice, just a dose of it, and it really helped the chest. So that's what I did. I just kept treating it. Karen, the name of the purple shampoo is Phyto, Phyto USA. I would also recommend Shuamura, SHU, and then new word UEMURA. They have a great purple mask. They have a great purple shampoo. That's a great one too. I was thinking about just like really rich purpley colored. Anything for broken capillaries. I have broken capillaries. You can get them zapped if you want to help alleviate, if they start to get bigger, whatever. I think that's a really great way to do it. Also, no redness is a great way to be able to help cover up the broken capillaries. I mean, if you want to do something where you're treating them, you can go and get them at a dermatologist, a plastic surgeon. They just do a little needle zap, and then it helps with the broken capillaries. It's up to you, but I just use no redness around my nose area to help just kind of like neutralize out those red lines. Thank you, Nancy. I'm glad you like the chats. Carla, will the corrector settle in wrinkles? It depends. Again, it goes with how much you're applying, what you've used on your eyes underneath. Did you prep? And then you have to set the cream underneath your eyes with a really light powder like the Nikita Banana. Yes, Lynn, you had your capillaries zapped and they came back, and then you used color corrector. Yeah, I did too. I know I was a little. You can have them zapped; it helped, but I mean, I don't know if they just like to like to be there. But the no redness is really the go-to. I feel like you have more. You have control to be able to do that and get rid of them right away, not have to keep doing that. Debbie, if you use a light medium BB cream, what concealer shade would you use? I would say you would use the light. That's the one I would say should use. Hi, Lynn. No problem. I did a little combo. I did the Classic Beach Glow, all of the three colors here on the cheek. And then I just took a little Paris because I was being creative. And I just popped it a little bit more here on the cheek because I'm wearing this dress. So I thought, you know what, we can make a little bit brighter cheek. And then on this side, I did a mix between the Paris and St. Bart's. So it's more of that cream to powder finish. So you have a really nice glow here, that radiance, and then you have more of that powder kind of like soft finish. Nancy, can you recommend a good exfoliation product? Yes. Let's see. I don't have anything on my table here, but if you want something very easy, you can do pads. Like Dr. Dennis Gross has the alpha beta pads. It's a great exfoliant. It's a two-step. It's almost like this little pad that I had for my eye wipe. It's like these, like a little square. They open up and you do the face, and then you wait 1 to 2 minutes, and then you do the second swipe of the neutralizer, and it's great. It's a really great product. I know that YSE Beauty has those pads. They have a pad in hers, a little finger stick in, and you can do a pad where it's going to be gentle on the skin. Lactic acid is not going to be aggressive. That's good. Or you can, I've done some experimenting with on Amazon, the Korean skincare lines that have the rice powder. You add a little bit of water to it. It's a really beautiful exfoliation. I'm always looking for softer ways for you to exfoliate the skin and not be aggressive with the skin. So those are some that are really nice. The name of my YouTube channel is Nicole Johnson, NIKOL. Lots of eyebrow videos on there, Susan. You'll love it. Lots of really great techniques with a lot of women that do not have eyebrows. Oh, Andy, I didn't know that Rock has good exfoliation discs. I'll have to look at that. I know there's probably a lot of drugstore. I always like make sure I'm checking that ingredients because a lot of them are full with things that I don't want in there. Patty, when do we expect the new colors to come out in the serums? I have to check the timeline on that. I'm hoping before the end of the year. So I'm just waiting for a timeline. All right. Well, this was such a great. Is Elemis resurfacing pads and exfoliator? Yes, those are great too. Those are great. The green eyeliner, I'm expecting to be able to launch in November. So we are working hard. We are meeting all deadlines and really pushing forward with that. Very excited about it. It's going to be very exciting. So you all, you give us what you want. You tell me what you really love. I was experimenting with it. You had said it on a live. That's why I was experimenting with some of my lab samples on that YouTube video. And then everyone was like, oh my gosh, when's it coming out? And then so I said, there's such an overwhelming response. It's so gorgeous. You're going to love it. So I was approving artwork and everything, and that's what it looks like. So I'm very excited that we're going to be able to really, we can use it as an eyeshadow. We can use it as an eyeliner. It's gorgeous for hazel eyes, green eyes, brown eyes. You're going to love it. It's such a beautiful green. Thank you. I think it's Carob. Thank you. Thank you for being here, ladies. You make really Nicole Beauty what it is because you give the feedback. You get to show up on My Fierce Aging and really share your beauty with me and in my audience. It's really wonderful. Now we have a National Fierce Aging Day coming up on August 13th. I mean, it's really wonderful. If you are looking for a community of women and maybe you are feeling a little down because of mature beauty, because of many, many different things, not just because of makeup or any of that kind of stuff. We have a private Facebook group called Beauty Reinvented. It's actually the name of my book that I did for women wanting to go gray. I wrote it in 2018. And it's kind of like an in or an out kind of thing. You're going to do it or you're not. And so I wrote a book about it, a little bit more about me, a quick read. It's not, I mean, we can't have a novel about gray hair. I mean, come on. So I wanted it to be something that was just kind of fun, has cocktails in it. And, we have a Facebook group, Beauty Reinvented, of almost 20,000 women. And it's such a great way to meet other women and to share ideas and to see other women going through the same thing you're going through. And I find it to be a very powerful community. I don't interact too much because you know where you can find me. I'm on all of these different platforms and I really want that to be for you and meeting people and learning from other people also. Lots of beauty recommendations, lots of all kinds of things. So that's a great community to be able to get involved with. And, I've been thinking about like how to really celebrate the National Fierce Aging Day. A lot of you are on Instagram. Maybe we do, you know, videos about, what the day makes us feel like, or how are we showing up bold, fierce, and unapologetic, and taking up space, and then tagging me so I can repost it and using the hashtag National Fierce Aging Day. I've been thinking about those things that would be really fun to connect all of us because the more we share, the more we get to meet other people and see other people. And it's going to be fun. I'm really excited about it. I'm excited that we can take a day and really own it. I mean, that was really what my intention was, is to make a statement because it is about keep showing up. Even, if we feel like that's all we talk about, age and being mature and age and, oh, it's getting so old, pardon the pun, Nicole. But if we don't, then what happens? So many wonderful stories and so many beautiful women out there that have so much to offer and so much to give that we want to celebrate it. We want to celebrate each other and share and all of the things. I've learned so much from so many of you and my guests that come on my channel, and it's really, I mean, a lot of things are life changing. So I just think that we have a great group if you want to be included over there. We have the National Fierce Aging Day, wanting you just to feel, included and part of this movement, really. And, makeup's just part of it. Hair care is just part of it. Skin care is just part of it. It's really about you knowing yourself and loving this process that a lot of people say is just so terrible. I didn't say that it's not hard or it's not tough sometimes, but I think that the point is that finding a way to enjoy and really thrive. And I got to tell you, the ladies that come on my channel thrive. I mean, it's quite impactful if you listen to their stories and you really, I'm hoping that a lot of you see yourself in one of the ladies. Are so different and have so much to like wisdom to tell you. And I think it's really great too for all of the young girls that are watching in their 20s and 30s, or maybe landed on the video and hearing from a 70-year-old to not be afraid of aging, and it only gets better. And some people agree, some people don't, but the point is that it's striving for that and keeping that at the top of your head. So is there any other questions that I can answer before I have like 4 minutes left? I always go to the very, very end. Ellie, thank you for looking forward to the lives. That means a lot. Patricia, I've learned so much from you. Thank you. Looking forward to next week. Wonderful. Oh, you want to see Kathy wants to see the pink dress. Okay, hold on. I got to get my It's linen, so it's going to be a little wrinkled. This is my microphone. It's not part of the dress. You see it. This is the, I can't clip it on the dress, but I think it's so pretty. I mean, I've been squished down in it all night, but it's just really, I think it's fun for summer too. And it's the perfect color because it's floor. So it's really pretty. Oh my gosh. Why am I sitting on this now? Oh my gosh, I'm still a little low. All right, hold on. Oh my gosh, I'm so sore too. If you know, well, I didn't really announce it, but I started with the trainer, and it is I might look like I'm in shape, but I am not. It's been hard, but I can't stop because I know it'll just be hard to start again. So I'm in it. I'm in it to win it before I'm 50. I want to be in the best shape. Linen wrinkles are no rich wrinkles. That's wonderful, Jennifer. And guess what I was thinking? It's like the imperfect perfect, right? Like linen's so imperfect, but yet it's so perfect. So when I put it on and I was like, I just steamed it and I thought, oh gosh, but like, it's like fighting wrinkles, right? You know it's going to be there, but it's still beautiful. It's so beautiful. I love the linen. I was thrilled when it came and I was like, oh, it's linen. I didn't even think about it. Thank you. Love the dress for all the lessons you share. To be 50. Thank you, Patricia. But, you know, new decade. I mean, I always think half century. Like, wow, a half century old. It's like, sounds so cool. That's the way the linen's supposed to look. I know, Pamela. I know. This is what's even better. New name for wrinkles, linen. You're right, Kathy. Can you imagine? It'll be like our inside joke. We'll have like all these new words. Next time I'll be like, oh, so you just go over your, you know, what did we call them again? Oh my gosh, linen. Just go over your linen. That is such a great thing. We're going to do that. We're compiling a lot of lines here, or a lot of words for our lines. Eyeshadow I'm wearing Lay Bottle Blonde, but I'm only wearing the middle color. We wanted to keep it simple tonight. Let me show you. Where are we? All right, 2 minutes. It's giving me a warning. Just the middle color here. That's it. I know. It's so great. So you look like you did more than you did. All right, ladies. I'm going to be back next week. We have something really fun I'm going to give you some tidbits of inside information. Now, don't forget to use the code. We have the code for you tonight. It's fresh. 15% off for 24 hours after the show. Anything you like that you want to replenish or that you think is going to be really beautiful on your skin, this is a great time because you get a little extra off. And I think that's it, ladies. So much fun with you. I feel like I'm on the wrong little stool. I had so much fun with you tonight. Thank you for being here, for just seeing how you can create radiance, not overdoing it, not having greasy and oily and just too much on the skin. You want your skin to be beautiful and you're just working on the pigmentation. Don't fret. It's totally fine. You have gorgeous skin no matter what. Pigmentation, wrinkles, any of it, age, we embrace it. We love it. We're Nicole Beauty. I can't wait to see you next week on my live, and we're going to have so much fun. All right, ladies, have a great week.